IGN updates Overwatch's score to give it a perfect 10. Unbelievable. Like it is remarkable to me how Overwatch, one probably the most overrated game this generation, basically this gen's The Last of Us, has become such a reviled piece of shit for a whole lot of reasons, some of which lie outside of gaming. Due to China's influence. Like this, it's bizarre censorship, it's terrible pandering, and it's lackluster gameplay, and the bizarre way in which the media covers it. It is so frustrating to me. And as a fan of gaming, it's so interesting how this game is so mediocre, so uninspired, so... There's nothing to it that it's been out on Nintendo Switch, my platform of choice, for about a year now, maybe a little over a year. It came out in 2018, right? 2019, something like that. It's been out for a while. I have not bought it. Like, I have no intention of buying it. I don't think I'll ever buy it. I am avoiding that game like the plague because I don't trust Blizzard. I don't trust the companies involved. I don't trust IGN. In fact, honestly, it's bizarre. At this point, I think I am more wary of these games that get perfect scores from gaming journalism outlets than I am like games that get 9s or 8s. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. Like Red Dead Redemption 2 got a 10 out of 10 as well, and that game was a complete disaster. Right, that game was a complete mess for a lot of reasons. The gaming media won't talk about that, but it was really bad. Fans were not impressed, and it's the same deal with Overwatch. I think it feels like certain companies have so much influence, so much pull over the gaming media, the corrupt gaming media, that they can put out tripe like Overwatch and get like hype for nothing, like promotion for nothing. Like here's the grim reality of Overwatch, and this is the reason I'm so pissed. Games like Splatoon 2, right? Games like Splatoon, IPs like Splatoon, they're so much more popular, they're so much more balanced, so much more creative, so much more fun. They're on better gaming platforms, Nintendo Switch. It's more original, people care about the characters more, the world is more interesting. Splatoon is essentially what everyone says Overwatch is, but Splatoon doesn't get anywhere near the same amount of attention or publicity. I remember when Overwatch was first coming out in 2015, and the game journalism industry was seriously promoting it as like, oh, you've never played a colorful shooter before, and a colorful online shooter before, and I was just like, I've played Splatoon last year. It was a very interesting situation because this was an example of Nintendo being ahead of the curve creatively, and no one really, the gaming media did what they always did. They just hyped up the non-Nintendo product, the Blizzard property. It's unreal, right? The propaganda against Nintendo, and I am referring to it as propaganda from here on out, because that's what it is. It is selling you on an idea that serves a specific group of people. The Western gaming industry, the lesser gamers, the lesser gaming industry, like the PC, Xbox, PlayStation, like these people who are desperate to make Nintendo go third party, who have been working towards making that happen for decades now. That's why this happens. That's why this keeps on going. Why this keeps happening. Like, did you seriously see Overwatch, IGN update their reviews for games like Mario Maker 2 or Splatoon 2 or ARMS, games that also had free updates? No. The reason they updated their score to Overwatch was just to give it a perfect 10 and to establish this trend that the industry is trying to go to of games as a service, right? Where you pay microtransactions to support a game for a very, very long period of time. it's bizarre. And it shouldn't really be supported. Overwatch is very much a games as a service release, even though it doesn't present itself as that way. That's why it launched at a lower price point at $40. Why it has all these free weekends. Why it has like the loot boxes. Overwatch 2 is not a sequel, by the way. It's an expansion. It's just selling itself as a sequel to try and keep itself relevant in the mainstream. And I think that's why this 10 out of 10 score came out of nowhere, is that they're trying to revitalize interest in this IP. Because I do think this is the reality of Overwatch, just like it is with the reality of other big-name AAA games. The only people who play or care about it are the sort of nerds who play everything, right? Who just mindlessly consume whatever the media tells them they should consume. You know what I mean? Like, it's interesting. Like, I see people wearing Overwatch shirts about characters I don't recognize, don't care about, and it just reminds me a lot of how. When these characters don't have lore, when they don't have any real compelling storylines or arcs or anything that makes them stand out, like really, when you get right down to it, all anybody cares about when it comes to Overwatch is like, oh, this is my guy. Like, it's not compelling. It's not interesting. Like, it's not. It feels like you're just buying merchandise because, like, oh, I happen to play that game sometimes. It's just. No, again, mindless consumerism, right? Like this is the driving force behind PlayStation and Xbox. Like people don't understand that there are better options out there. Like let me say this right now, like play Team Fortress 2, play Splatoon 2, play anything other than Overwatch 2. There is no justifying this video game franchise getting this kind of attention.